What's up, y'all? How the hell's your day going? I hope you're having a pretty good day. Look, we have got all kinds of shit going on right now in the world. We've got the UN chief invoking Article 99 over the Israel-Hamas war that's going on, essentially over Gaza, calling for a ceasefire. He's been repeatedly calling for a ceasefire. Article 99, I'm not sure on the exact wording, but it's like getting close to talking about war crimes by Israel. Dude, they are totally decimating Gaza over there, and you know, the UN's kind of pissed off. We've got Kevin McCarthy, folks. Not only does he not get ousted as Speaker of the House, but he says he's quitting Congress by the end of the year. He's no longer going to be a congressman. It kind of makes you wonder if we're going to find that Kevin McCarthy winds up on the board of, I don't know, like Northrop, Raytheon. It wouldn't surprise me if we find out that Kevin McCarthy's a consultant for one of these large corporations here pretty soon. We've got House Republicans demolishing the administrators for some of these woke Ivy League colleges. We've got Senate Republicans freaking getting into screaming matches with Senate Democrats over Ukraine. It's just, we've had a lot of shit go on today, and it's getting crazy. And I tell you, to stay up to date on at least some of this stuff, smash that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, folks. We are trying to keep y'all guys informed. We're trying to keep up to date with everything. So hit that like button too. Smash that like button if you don't mind. It would be a big favor to me, and I sure would appreciate it. First, we got a couple of stories we're going to get into right quick. I just want somebody to answer one question for me right quick. Down in the comments, let me know what the hell is wrong with Joe Biden. Check this out, y'all. Biden calls talk of interactions with son, brother's business associates a bunch of lies. Okay, now, at this point, the House Republicans, James Comer to be specific, and the Oversight Committee has uncovered several payments from Hunter Biden, from James Biden to Joe Biden. They've uncovered emails, text messages talking about business and all this other stuff, right? They've proven that Joe Biden discussed business with his son and with his other family members. And Joe Biden's still trying to say it's lies? What in the is wrong with Joe Biden, man? Check it. President Biden on Wednesday said that talk of any interaction with his son and brother's foreign business associates are lies, pushing back on the notion as House Republicans plan a vote to formalize the impeachment inquiry. That's right, that's coming up like next week. When asked by a reporter why he interacted with so many of his son and brother's foreign business associates, the president replied, "I'm not going to comment on that. I did not, and it's just a bunch of lies." Hang on, dude. No. It's been proven that you've done that. Joe Biden's still lying. Still lying, folks. Yeah, that's why his approval rating continues to drop precipitously. It just keeps on going down and down and down. This man is evil. We need to get him out of office. This impeachment inquiry can't come quick enough. It's probably not going to go nowhere. He's definitely not going to get convicted by the Senate. But by God, we got to try something. What is wrong with this dude, man? Senate Republicans block Ukraine-Israel funding bill. This is great. Yes. Love it. Senate Republicans on Wednesday blocked a bill to provide aid to Ukraine and Israel over lack of border provisions in the measure. And we discussed that yesterday. Why? Why do they care so much about this? All the funding and all the provisions and everything for the border is already there. Like I said, this is just a dog whistle, you guys. But at least it blocked the funding of war. I can't stand war funding at all. We need to keep our nose out of shit like this. It pisses me off. We don't need to get involved, especially in Israel. Israel is doing a damn good job of decimating civilians right now. That crap's pissed me off when I saw those numbers. 16,000 people. It's just ridiculous, man. When they have the ability to go in to Gaza, surgical precision, take special ops, go in and take these people, they take Hamas out. You don't have to kill civilians and decimate these damn apartment buildings and all this other crap, schools, just because Hamas is firing from there. Take them out. Surgical precision. Jesus, it's not that hard, folks. It's 2023. We have, precision guided bombs. We have special ops teams that can go in and do all this crap. I'm sorry, I know I get riled up over shit like this because innocent people shouldn't die. What is it? It's best that 10 evil people get away, less that one person suffer, or something like that. I know I probably butchered that. Sorry, I'm just a little bit fed up with some of this murder that's going on all across the world. It's crazy. Let's keep going, though. Senators voted 49-51, failing to reach the 60-vote threshold that would allow the proposal to come up for consideration. Senator Bernie Sanders voted with every Republican against the measure. You go, Bernie. That's my boy. No, I disagree with Bernie's politics for the most part. He is, he's pretty far to the left, but he's one of those people that you can still work with because he's still got a little bit of common sense. Men are not women. Men should not be playing on the girls' sports teams. Abortions are bad. Senate Majority Chuck Schumer flipped his vote to no so he could bring the bill up again in the future. What? The $111 billion emergency supplemental package requested by President Biden also included aid for the Indo-Pacific region as well as funding for humanitarian aid in Gaza, the border, and to combat fentanyl trafficking. $111 billion. Biden is insane, and he had nothing to do with his family's foreign business dealings at all. Despite their support for most of those items, Senate Republicans have insisted for weeks that they would withhold their votes on the motion to proceed if the bill did not have satisfactory border remedy attached. For what? Like I said, the remedies are already in place. The funding is already in place. You could add some CBP agents, sure. Restart the wall. That's all you need. What else do you need, people? Senators James Lankford and Chris Murphy had led border discussions over the past month, but those languished last week before Murphy and Democrats walked away from the table arguing Republicans were asking for too much. What? Republicans are asking for too much, huh? And you want $111 billion for your foreign wars all over the damn place? Yeah, right. Ukraine can kiss my ass. I'm sorry, dude. Look, the way shit's going in Ukraine, you want to argue that Putin is evil? I'll stand right next to you and argue that Putin is an evil dictator and should be taken out of power. I totally agree with that. But if you want to try to tell me that if we don't fund Ukraine, he's going to just steamroll over Ukraine and there's not going to be any more Ukraine, it's going to be Russia now, and then he's going to continue into Europe, you're full of shit. And I'll tell you that outright. He wants that land bridge to go to Crimea. That's all he wants. Do you really think that Russia, if they wanted to take over Ukraine, they can't do it at this point? Those lines ain't moving nowhere. If Putin really wanted to go in and really wanted to take over Ukraine, he could have done that by now. He could go in right now, he could build up his forces like he's never done before and steamroll over any kind of resistance Ukraine could offer. Anything we could put, he could roll over it right now. Unless we intervene physically, the U.S. military. So if you want to try to tell me that he's going to take over Europe and he's going to try to invade all these other countries, I'm sorry. The facts just don't bear that out because of the lines of control that have been and are currently there. It's just not possible. You want to make your arguments down in the comments sections. I'd love to hear them. Tell me why Putin is going to invade Europe and take over Ukraine. The situation has upset members on both sides. Why hold up Ukraine aid if they can't even present a border package that can pass the Senate, Schumer said on the floor earlier Wednesday. Right. We're asking ourselves this question. Has border been nothing more than an excuse for the hard right to kill funding for Ukraine, and too many other Republican senators who are not part of the hard right are going along? He said, I hope that's not true. What do you mean by hard right? So, you mean to tell me because I don't want to fund Ukraine's stupid war with Putin that's not really doing anything other than the arguments I just made out? You mean to tell me that everybody that disagrees with war and agrees that we shouldn't be involved in that war is hard right? Yeah. Dog whistles, my friends. Dog whistles. Senate Republicans, meanwhile, have accused Democrats of not taking their concerns to heart when they've made their positions clear all along. I don't think they are taking us seriously enough, said John Cornyn. Said earlier this week, it may take a failed cloture vote for them to realize we're serious and we prepared to do that. While Senate Republicans are supportive of border actions, part of their incentive to attach it to the supplemental resides across the Capitol. House conservatives, many of whom are skeptical of Ukraine aid as it is, say a border fix is a prerequisites for their votes. Speaker Mike Johnson told Senate Republicans last week that as much of H.R. 2, the House-passed conservative border proposal, should be included as possible. So as much of that as possible. I hate how they worded that. It made it sound stupid. Senate Democrats have labeled items including in H.R. 2 a non-starter. Talks between the two sides have centered on asylum and parole, with the group making progress on the former item. But just as they did so, progressive members and activists cried foul and warned Democratic negotiators against significantly curtailing asylum and parole claims. Yeah, because they just want everybody to come in. Just tear the border down completely and just let everybody come over. I'm sorry, but borders don't work that way. Neither does the world. The world doesn't work that way. It would be chaos. The Senate GOP, however, has framed the argument through the lens of national security and have been intent on keeping the focus on border security rather than immigration, which Democrats prefer, which I also prefer. Immigration, whatever. It's the people coming across the fucking border that's the problem. It's all the fentanyl pouring across the border. All the cartel action going on over there. There's all kinds of human trafficking, sex trafficking, drugs, like I said. All that going on, that needs to stop. It is insane and it is wrecking people's lives. Senate Republicans know this isn't an either-or proposition. We know that national security begins with border security, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, who's a bitch, said on the floor on Wednesday. I've spent months highlighting the undeniable links between the threats we face in Europe, in the Middle East, and in the Indo-Pacific. But Democratic leadership appears to be telling us today that we're willing to risk each of these urgent priorities to avoid fixing our own borders right here at home. Hey, look, I happen to agree with that. Tensions also ratcheted up on Tuesday during a classified briefing when a member of Senate Republicans left early and were visibly upset after it became clear there was to be no discussion on border security and that the briefers were there to talk about other items in the supplemental. That's Josh Hawley, I do believe. However, Biden on Wednesday signaled a renewed openness to strike a deal, saying he's willing to make significant compromises on border policy in order to unlock the funding for Ukraine in their continued war against Russia. No, I'm sorry. Impeach him right now for that. You mean to tell me that he is willing to do his f***ing job if we give aid to Ukraine? No. Fuck you. That's bullshit. You don't dangle border security to get your foreign wars paid for. No, dude, I'm sorry. That pissed me off just now. He is derelict in his duty on that southern border. Him and Mayorkas are both not doing their job at all, ruining people's lives, allowing fentanyl to come across the border, and he's doing that so he can dangle that over lawmakers to get more money to go to Ukraine so they can spend it on bullshit like yachts and other. I just ripped my damn pants. So pissed off about that shit. I'm sorry. That just agged me the up just now. Pissed me the hell off. Bullshit. I've made it clear that we need Congress to make changes to fix what is a broken immigration system, because we all know it's broken, and I'm willing to do significantly more, Biden said in remarks at the White House. No, you need to do your job. That's what you need to do. And plug that border up. Trump had no problems doing it, so we know it can be done. At least give some effort and don't lift the fence to let them in. But in terms of changes of policy and to provide resources we need at the border, I'm willing to change policy as well. No, there's no need for policy changes. Just need to do what's on the books already. The current monies included in the supplemental related to the border are aimed at increasing the number of border agents, immigration judges, and asylum officers. Now, who gives a damn about all that? We've got enough immigration coming across right now. We're fine with that. We need to stop the illegal immigration. That is the problem. All the bullshit, like I've been yelling about, all this crap that keeps coming across that southern border is ruining people's lives. And Joe Biden is more worried about sending money to a hopeless war. Something that there's no chance in hell Ukraine is going to push Russia out from where they're at this point. There is no amount of funding that we could send over there that's going to change the current situation. I'm sorry. That's just a reality. Look at what's going on the ground. If you don't believe me, pay attention to it and you'll see that I'm telling the truth here. No amount of aid is gonna help them. We would have to physically intervene with United States military to be able to change the situation in Ukraine. Ukraine does not have the manpower. They can have all the guns, all the tanks, all the jets they want. They don't have the manpower to change anything. It is a lost cause, just like this video. This video is a lost cause at this point. But enough of my ranting and raving and yelling at the camera. I'm sorry, you guys. That one got me pissed off. That Joe Biden has pretty much told Mayorkas to bring these people into the country illegally. I know you've all seen the video of them taking a forklift and lifting the fence to let migrants come through at Eagle Pass. That is insane. He's breaking the law. That is a felony offense, or AKA high crimes and misdemeanors. Enough of an impeachable offense that Joe Biden could be put in jail for that, I believe, in my opinion. But let me know what you think in the comments section. I'd love to hear from you guys. I love hearing those comments. Keep them coming. And that's all I got for this one. I want to thank everybody for watching. If you're still watching, I appreciate you. I sure do appreciate it. I love hearing from you guys. So like I said, let me know what you think. And y'all try to have a good day. And be positive and not all negative like me. Peace.